welcome back to another DLC episode of the Extremely Casual Gamers podcast with Ali, Chris and Guy. This is our dedicated listener contribution episode we have every week. I know I said that wrong. Don't look at me. Let's move on.
Ali, you've got to stop getting interrupted. Me and Guy were just making funny faces at one another.
Yeah, again.
There's nothing to do with you.
No, not interesting. This week...
Sorry, Chris, if you're listening, you won't give a shit, but...
Chris just looked at Guy and looked as if oh, who's this guy over here?
Get a load of Ali. Ignore it, we're just making funny faces.
Yeah, just big silly boys. Now, last week on the DLC, Chris, you brought a conversation about remasters. What we think of them, whether they're cool.
Pros and cons, do we like them, do we hate them?
Have we got fatigue?
Yeah. A couple of people have chimed in. Chris Serene says, on the subject of remaster fatigue, I was thinking about this at work. Sometimes I feel like game sequels are remasters of sorts. I mean, sure, there's new stories or continuations of stories, but instead of doing sequels or game remasters, why not port games to new systems and include gameplay patches, etc.? If you have a new story to tell, why not include it in a DLC for the game, much like what Destiny 2 did for so many years? And then Jordan replied and said, haha, I was going to say, Super Mario is just the same game, but with new moves and a prettier face, which is why it makes it the original so endearing.
Yeah,
so
right.
Chris is kind of saying, why don't we use remaster for other things?
Because it's so easy for them to remaster. The work involved is so much less, and the
Yeah.
payoff is proven. Remaster The Last of Us 3 times or Skyrim, and people seem to keep buying it.
Yeah.
But I agree, though. For example, and it's interesting mentioning sequels. Death Stranding 2, to me, could be, you could show me a picture of it or some gameplay and say, oh, that's Death Stranding 1. I'll be like, yeah, okay. It's the same layout. It's the same. He looks the same. Better. And a lot of stuff is better, but it's very much just a continuation of the exact same gameplay.
Yeah.
Whereas Red Dead Redemption 2 compared to 1, very different. The whole way the game plays is super different. Yes, it's open world, you're a cowboy, you do missions, but you can tell, oh, wow, this is a new version of that and it's different.
Yeah.
Death Stranding 2, not different at all from the first one.
Some people might not like that though, because it feels like you're not getting bang for your buck, because you feel like you're getting the first game which you loved, but you just
Which was fine, yeah.
You part of you is like, well, couldn't you have just done this with the first game? And you feel like you're not getting a full game's worth of value.
But yeah, but at the same time, it's cool. After an hour, I had remembered how to do combat, and I'm on the hardest difficulty, and I was back to being good. So they hadn't changed it heaps;
Yeah.
they just improved on heaps of stuff.
Yeah.
So it's interesting, and saying that it's almost like a remaster. It is. It's almost like the same game I've played.
That is true, because if you were to go Halo 1, everybody loves it. Halo 2 should be better, and it was in terms of graphics and gameplay and stuff like that. But if it was completely different, and people are just like, oh, it's kind of too similar to Halo 1. So, well, if it was too dissimilar,
You would hate it.
you would hate it because it's not what you liked about the first one.
Yeah.
This is common.
Yeah.
This is common in bands. Pearl Jam's got a new album out. Oh, it won't be like their old stuff. They make one like their old stuff. They'll be like, oh, it's just the same old stuff.
Yeah. Can't win.
Yeah.
Can't win.
You can't win.
That's
Ali.
true. Yeah, that's a good point putting it into
Yeah.
band's perspective.
God, we're good.
God, you work in radio or something.
Yeah, man, we're
Wow.
good. Yeah, and
Rock station.
and
Woo.
my station plays a lot of Pearl Jam.
Yeah.
I can also relate it into the Chili's or the Foo Fighters if you want.
Linkin
Yeah.
Park, their first 3 maybe albums were absolute rippers.
What's your favourite Linkin Park song, Ellie? Sorry.
I bleed it out. No, I don't actually know. It's just the first one that came
Bleed
to
It
my
Out?
head.
Bleed It Out's a great
It's the
song.
first one that came to my head, but I don't
Minutes-
know if it's
Minutes to
my
Midnight.
fave.
Great album.
So carry on, sorry.
Well, I loved the first 3 albums, but then there was I think it was 3 albums.
Like an experimental?
They were just I couldn't tell you a single song from
Right,
them.
okay.
Oh.
And then obviously Chester Bennington passed away. But the most recent album is it's very similar to the first one. So it's they've gone back. They've gone back.
Nice.
It's awesome. Such a great album.
But then, right?
Yeah.
So that's good. You're stoked. Mad AC/DC. Oh, all their songs sound the same. It's all just AC/DC. And I agree. They do sound very similar, even though they've had 2 different lead singers. They've just made the same stuff over and over again. So it's interesting. And people go that samey. Then you do it. But if they were to go different, people are like, what? This is weird.
Yeah.
Oh,
Taylor Swift,
please.
she had more country at the start.
Yeah.
She had a little bit of pop in there.
Yeah, she's
Then she went a
evolved.
little bit, and then she did Folklore and Evermore. Those are more folky albums,
What do you think Life as a Showgirl's going to be? What's your theory?
Well, apparently it's all pop. All
Right.
pop bangers.
Yes.
Very excited.
Yay, me too. And also, she's engaged. How
She's
lovely.
engaged.
Do you care, Chris? No.
No, I do. I care that you guys love it. Seriously, I do. I couldn't name an album or
No,
I can name
right.
a song.
Oh, yeah. What's your favourite Taylor Swift song?
You're over there with your girlfriend. She's upset.
Nice.
Enough about it. So that, and then
That's a good one.
shake it off.
Yep.
It off.
Yep, nice.
Those are the two.
Big bangers, yep.
But if I heard one, I'd be able to go, oh, that's Taylor swinging. That's Tay-Tay.
Yeah, Tay-Tay. Yeah.
But that is because I never worked at a hit music station.
Yeah.
And I'm not interested.
We did, didn't we?
We did.
Now, Sean Vandermeer, he also chimed in on the old remaster chat and basically said that he's sick to death of remasters, and he thinks the industry's either become lazy, run out of ideas, or are just afraid to break the mold and try something new. And he basically wants to know if people just want smaller games with better stories, surely this would decrease development costs, and if they were really clever, just make more series. So like he's kind of saying extend the game out across a series to make it longer.
Yeah, totally. Instead of
lasting.
trying to make one big hit, make 5 hits, but their hit ratio is a lot smaller. So throwing a nuke in there,
but
throw a few hand grenades.
I think they'd rather go all in on one thing than have 5 things because you're only risking, I don't know.
Yeah, well, he says if the game you developed bombs, at least you haven't spent the equivalent of a small country's GDP on this.
Yes.
But if it hits success, then you are free to create as many sequels as possible, and then can charge for every subsequent game.
Look at Hazelight Studios. They started with the Prison Break one, which I can't remember off the top of my head.
A Way Out.
A Way Out.
Yeah.
A Way Out was not. It wasn't like an indie little game, but it was definitely a lower developed game, and it did well. They found a niche, and their explosion onto the market wasn't as big as a Call of Duty, but it definitely, raised some flags of like, oh, okay, we can do this again. And then they had It Takes Two, and that one just big splash, and then they leveled up again with Split Fiction. So. It can happen.
Yeah, totally. Then Jordan said, if Sean is the agree, then I'm the disagree with a caveat. The biggest issue has been the word remaster versus remake.
Yep.
Remasters are the lazy side of the industry. They're upscaled versions of the same game with no change to the engine being the biggest part of the game.
I agree to this. Yeah,
This
remakes are awesome.
Yeah, this would apply to the likes of Gears of War, The Last of Us from PS3 to PS4, and some of Resident Evil's titles. Then there's the weird middle ground, which is like Horizon Zero Dawn and Spider-Man being scaled to PC, and in fact returning to native resolution thanks to not being scaled to PS4. And then there's a remake. This is a territory he loves.
I love remakes too.
Yeah, where he sees Final Fantasy VII get a completely different story and engine, Resident Evil 2, 3, and 4 become different masterpieces, and Metal Gear Solid being completely rebuilt in a new engine with updated assets.
Yes,
so that's good insight.
So that's why when the news, it was the news around Gears of War that made me question it. Not the news around Metal Gear Solid 3, which they remade and looks completely like it's all the original voice actors and stuff, but they've remade it, a 20-year-old game, and now looks like modern gen and you can enjoy it now.
Yeah.
That is not what I'm talking about. But like Grand Theft Auto when they remastered 1, 2, and 3, or like the Grand Theft Auto trilogy they remastered, maybe it was Vice City 3 and San Andreas or something. Yeah. And it looked exactly the same, but it was in HD.
Right.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Remake the whole game with realistic, modern gen looking characters. That's cool.
Totally.
Something actually, you just mentioned the remake of Metal Gear Solid. Something that I saw on TikTok today was awesome. So in the original game, there was like these.
If this is a spoiler, I swear to God. But
no, it's not a spoiler.
Okay.
It's you're playing throughout the game and the main character dies. No, sorry. No, you play through the game and you go into a room and there'll be a sexy poster of a woman. Yeah. And at the time when the game was made, it was an actual picture of an actual model that they got in to take the photo, right? And it was a slightly pixelated version. This time with the remake, they've asked the original models from that photo to come in and they're like, hey, do you want to be in the game again? We're not going to just take the original and chuck it in the game and tweak and stuff. Like, we want to take a photo of you now.
Oh,
and a lot of the women have turned around and said, absolutely. So they've taken the photos again, and all of them are like similar poses, like in bikinis or something like that. But one of them's like, she's a mum now. Yeah. So it's just like a cool poster of this lady holding a kid.
That's cool.
So it's quite cool.
That's awesome. I'm glad they didn't just milk them. Like, milk was a funny word to use when we're talking about babies, but milk them for the content they took years ago. They've actually obviously paid them again and stuff. Yeah. That's great. Yeah. To wrap up on the DLC.
Nah, you were good. Yeah. I'm glad I didn't just milk them. I just thought it was funny as well,
all right, quick fun thing from Andrew Candy and our ECG for ECG Facebook group. Little game for ECG. Explain your job using video games. So he's gone first, so you guys guess what he does, okay? So he said Minecraft plus Sims equals, what do you think?
He's a miner.
He's a builder.
He's a builder. Yeah. Nice.
Nice.
And then a few people have joined in here. Shannon says, mine would be a bit obvious, but the only game I can think of that's remotely relevant is Ace Attorney. So I'm guessing...
A lawyer.
Yeah, she hasn't actually written her answer there, but I'm guessing
She could be a legal exec. She could be anywhere on the legal.
Yeah.
But she must be in there.
Yeah. This is Mark. Closest I can think of for my job is Minecraft plus Flight Simulator. And then someone said aircraft engineer, but they haven't replied.
I think he is an aircraft engineer. I think he's spoken to us in the group before.
Nice.
Well,
Yeah, right.
I mean, that's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Heidi said farming simulator. I'm guessing she's a
Farmer.
Farmer.
Yeah. Charles said brutal legend plus origami.
Brutal Legend
That's
isn't
the Jack Black
Jack Black game
Where
plus
he plays a
origami.
rock star action game.
Plus
origami.
Origami, yeah.
What?
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
An aggressive paper folder.
With
That's
music,
it.
rock music. He makes posters for rock bands.
Nice. That's it. Yeah.
Hands out flyers and
Yeah.
makes them.
Charles, if you can confirm
If
that
you can
in the
confirm
group,
that.
that'd be really good. Kai Chi says Mario Paint.
Mario Paint.
Now, Kai Chi, from memory, is developing a video game, right?
Yeah, but I think that's just a little side hustle.
Yeah, so it's not that then. Yeah, right.
Maybe he's
okay.
an artist, a painter.
Maybe. Well,
Maybe.
Mario was a plumber.
Oh,
But he paints. Maybe he's got an all-in-one painting and pumming business. Yeah. Come around and pum for you.
What does he paint with if he's a plumber?
Paintbrush?
Poos.
oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
A toilet brush would have been
Yeah, that would
a
have
better
been
one.
right.
Or just poos. Whatever you want.
Yeah. How would you describe your job as a radio host? What do you reckon that's the combo of games there? Do you reckon that's
It's a
easy
tough
to?
one.
What's a
That is
talking?
hard one.
Like, what's a game that's just talking?
Yeah.
It's like SingStar meets chat.
Yeah.
SingStar backstage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine's hard.
Yeah, it is hard.
Well, there is
eh?
DJ Hero.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
it.
but that's
There's
like
actual
club DJ.
Yeah, DJ.
Yeah, I don't know. It's one where you have to just
a hard
speak
one.
into a microphone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I think so. That's probably part of it, but you don't really sing, do
I would
you?
argue your job would be harder, you two.
What?
Well, I don't have a
no
job.
job?
Yeah. You just don't have a PlayStation. No console.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, thanks though. That was really
Well,
fun,
yours would be,
Andrew.
hang on, yours would be like The Sims or something. Because you're
Yeah,
like,
yours would be,
you know,
yeah.
Looking after a child.
Whereas
Yeah.
yours would be dog simulator,
Yeah, what would
dog,
mine be?
Dog walking.
Tamagotchi.
Yeah.
You're
yeah.
just looking after the dog.
the dog
Yeah.
and the cats, and then like I do some podcasts. And
Is
then
there a game where you've got like a special needs partner that's just like at home doing VR and stuff? Because I can't think of any.
Yeah, no, but that would be the one I.
There's a real gap in the market here, guys.
There is actually.
Yeah, and I know who'd be the first one to discover it and be playing it.
Hey, thanks for tuning into this week's DLC, and we'll catch you next week for another episode.
Well, you won't.
Well, I won't actually. We're gonna have Pugs here.
Pugs
Yeah.
is on for a Wednesday.
And then I'll be back the next week. All right. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.